Hey, what's going on? It's Clinton Skinner from hiphopforyang.com, where we're organizing the hip hop community to help Andrew Yang become president in the year 2020. And this is because he's the only candidate that has a real solution to end poverty in America and put us in a position to where we can now finance and fund our dreams. And this is through something he calls the freedom dividend.
I'm proposing that we declare a dividend of $1,000 a month for every American adult starting at age 18.
You're probably thinking this sounds too good to be true. Well, it's actually not. They're doing the exact same thing in Alaska. They've been doing it for the past 37 years, since 1982, giving Alaska citizens $1,000 to $2,000 a month by just being citizens of Alaska for more than a year. He's not the first person to bring this idea up. This is actually one of the things that Martin Luther King was proposing before he was assassinated.
Now, one of the answers, it seems to me, is a guaranteed annual income, a guaranteed minimum income for all people and for all families of our country.
So let's dive right into the topic, the top 3 reasons why you need to vote for Andrew Yang if you're from the African American community, black community, ADOS, hip hop community, black and brown, white. All of us need to get Yang in office. So let's dive right in. So the number one reason we need to get Andrew Yang into office is the freedom dividend, where he's giving $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year to American citizens just for being citizens of the United States. So what could you do with $12,000 a year? Would you build a studio? Would you rebuild your credit? Would you invest it in your modeling career? Would you choose to move to another state because now you could afford the rent somewhere else? And this is on top of everything that you're already making. It doesn't replace your income. Before you get paid, whether you're working or not, you will get $1,000 a month to do whatever you want to do with it. This puts you in a position of economic freedom so you can make more choices that you weren't able to make before. So let's just take in the African American community alone. If there's 100,000 black people in a community, this $1,000 will circulate $100 million within that community. How empowering is that? So now if you do have a business, not only are you able to invest in it, but now the consumers of your product have the money to purchase. So just think about what $1,000 could do for you and your family. The second reason we need to vote for Andrew Yang is that he's going to legalize marijuana and he's going to release everyone who's locked up on nonviolent marijuana charges on 420.
Triple OG, triple. OG, you got out last night?
Marijuana is only illegal because of racism. Because after the Mexican Revolution in the 1930s, Mexicans started to move to the United States and become legal citizens. The US did not like that. So they demonized the marijuana culture that they brought with them, taught the entire country that marijuana makes black and Mexican people go insane, violent, and want to have sex with white women. They used that to make marijuana illegal so that they can lock up black people and deport Mexicans.
Hey, racist mob! Marijuana makes Mexicans thirst for white blood. Spread the word.
So the way I think about it is, if he's going to give you $1,000 a month and he's going to make marijuana legal, he's going to legalize trapping. So this is why y'all need to put Andrew Yang into office. He's going to make the trap legal, man. So what can you and 3 other people do with $1,000 a month? Y'all can start your own legal weed business.
Felix and Kingston went from basement grows to a legitimate empire valued at $40 million.
Okay, the third and final reason that we need to vote for Andrew Yang, and this one right here, a lot of people not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I have to say it because it's true. The freedom dividend is better than reparations.
If you're just joining us, black people got their reparations checks today, and in short, all hell is broken loose.
Yeah, I said it. The freedom dividend is better than reparations. And I'm not just saying that. We're going to do the numbers and break it down. Today, if they were to give us what the value of reparations is, which is $51 trillion, that would be all cool. But they're proposing to give us $500 billion and for us to split it amongst the African American community. Now, there's 37 million African Americans in the U.S., and if we were to split $500 billion, that would leave us with about $13,500 a piece, and that's it. But what Andrew Yang is proposing is to give you $12 grand a year, and in the average work lifetime, and between the age of 18 and 66, you would be generating $500,000. So, which is better, $500,000 or $13,000? Obviously, the freedom dividend, $500,000. I know I'm saying a lot of numbers, but it gets even better. Over half of the African American households will become rich if the definition of rich is that your income exceeds your expenses, right? Your income, what you're bringing in, exceeds your expenses. You have money left over. You're making a profit. The average black family spends $16,000 a year to survive. This is for television, entertainment, bills, rent, groceries, all of that stuff. All that stuff combined ends up being $16,000. With the two-family household, 2 adults in a household, we would be generating $24,000 per household. That means without working, without doing anything, before you get any money from outside, the government is going to give you $24,000 a year. So if you subtract all of your expenses from that $24,000, you will be left with $8,000 a year without even working. By definition, we will be rich. And this will put us in a position where we can start to organize and implement more systems and create more businesses and become more self-sufficient so that we're not in survival mode, so we can actually literally speak about tangible actions that we can take to accomplish reparations. So those are the top 3 reasons that I think we should vote for Andrew Yang. What I want to tell you guys to do, don't just listen to people that say you need to vote because your ancestors passed away or other people fought for you to vote. That is very true and that is important. But the leaders need to start telling us who we need to vote for so that we can organize and stand as a unit, because if we're voting as individuals and not as a community, then our vote won't have any power. Our vote only has power when we organize and unite and decide to vote together for an agenda that influences and affects us all. And so that's why I wanted to create the hip hop umbrella, Hip Hop for Yang, because it's not limited to black people. This is for black people, white people, Asian people, Chinese people. Anybody that's in support of the hip hop community needs to come together under the hiphopforyang.com umbrella, and let's vote for Yang and get him into office. So if you're in support of Andrew Yang, go to hiphopforyang.com, make sure you register to vote and get ready to vote for that 2020 election. And what I want to know is, if Yang became president, what do you think we should do as a community with $1,000 a piece? Whether that's everybody puts $200 up and puts it in a pot and we all do something with that, or you just want to put it towards your music or career. Let me know in the comments what you want to do with that $1,000 a month. And if you're in support of Andrew Yang, definitely go and donate, definitely buy some of the merchandise. That'll help them with their campaign. But what I think you should do is use your talent and your creativity to create skits, create movies, create short films, create music, create art that's going to speak about Andrew Yang being president. And, if you share it with hiphopforyang.com, we're going to support it, we're going to push it, and we're going to put it on our site. This is something that needs national attention. I want to know what the rappers think, why the rappers aren't supporting Andrew Yang, because if they were, the way that we supported Barack Obama, we would actually see some real tangible changes in our community in the next 5 years. This is hiphopforyang.com. I appreciate you watching the video. Drop your comments below. Thanks for watching.